Now that the FIBA U17 just wrapped up and the USA took home gold, there's a prospect that I'm really looking forward to scouting in Joaquim Boumtje. Joaquim was outstanding in this tournament, averaging just under 17 points, just under 11 rebounds, and 2 assists a game. When it comes to scouting for me, I am a firm believer in there's a blend and there has to be a mix of the eye test and the statistics. And when watching these tournaments and rewatching some of the highlights and the games, you can see that Joaquim was not only statistically one of the best players, but eye test and visually, he was one of the best players, if not the best player in the entire tournament. And that's a big reason why he took home the MVP award. Next season, Joaquim will be joining the Duke Blue Devils and playing for John Shire, and will also have the ability to learn from an experienced player in Patrick Ngangba, but I really do expect Joaquim to have a big role right away. Opposed to Ngangba, Joaquim has the ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket a little bit more. He's not just a post-up player, he really has this ability to play outside the arc and create his own shot. This is especially unique because Joaquim will be going into Duke where he's listed at 7 foot, 230 pounds. So somebody of that size being able to have that skill so early on is definitely a luxury for Duke. Something I really liked watching during this tournament was that Joaquim wasn't afraid to shoot it from deep. Now, I don't think he's ever going to be a high volume 3-point shooter, but having the ability and the willingness to at least take that shot definitely is nice. His shot definitely needs a little bit of work. It looked a little funky when he was shooting it, but it did go in at times. But I definitely think that when he gets to Duke, if they want him to at least become somewhat of a threat from the 3-point line, that jump shot's going to need some tweaking. Luckily, shooting is one of those skills that can somewhat be taught. Some people just have the natural ability to be a good shooter, and some people, even though they put in the hours and they work with shooting coaches, they just can never get it. But more often than not, players can at least become respectable shooters as long as that is part of their development plan. I think next season at Duke, you could see Joaquim in somewhat of a Cameron Boozer type of play style or role for them. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Cam Boozer because Cam Boozer just won National Player of the Year as a freshman, but with his skill set, I see a lot of similarities. Despite only averaging 2 assists during the FIBA tournament, he is a really good passer, or at least he shows flashes of being a really good passer. Now, he's not like a Nikola Jokic type passer, but he has the ability to get out in transition and find the open man. At times though, I will admit, sometimes those passes were a little bit delayed or they were thrown just a half second or a second late, which can lead to some awkward catches for his teammates, but that just comes with experience. And a lot of times during this FIBA tournament, these players don't play with each other all year, so just building that team chemistry takes time. When Joaquim gets to Duke, he's going to be surrounded by players that have already played in the Duke system, 2 have played years of college basketball, or 3 are also really highly touted recruits, meaning this is going to open up the floor for him and he's going to be able to display his abilities. He currently plays in Spain for FC Barcelona with their youth squad, and he's doing extremely well over there. During the 25-26 international season, he averaged 16 points, just under 7 rebounds, and again, 2 assists a game with 1 steal and almost a block a game as well. He finishes really well around the rim and he finishes with authority. He dunks the ball a lot, and that's really important to me, especially when it comes to big men, because what it shows me is that they have this intensity and they are trying to play hard. They are trying to play with a purpose. A lot of his game is oriented around the perimeter and playing off the dribble and playing off of other players. I'd really like to see him develop a bit of a more back to the basket game and develop those skills to just give him different opportunities to score. And I think he has the body where he can attract defenders once he learns those skills, and that will open up the floor for his teammates as well. One concern I do have with his game is, yes, he is athletic, but he's not quick, and the way that he's been playing over in Spain and played during that FIBA tournament is a lot more on the perimeter. And I think teams, especially in college, coaches are smart enough to know, okay, if he wants to play out there, we're going to make him play defense out there as well. And I do think he'll struggle to keep up with faster players on the perimeter. That's a big reason why I mentioned earlier that I would like to see him develop a more inside game so he can stand his own in there on defense and draw attention offensively. With that being said, I'm extremely excited to watch him at Duke next season and see how his game develops and see where he can end up in the NBA draft. I do think that he has the potential to be a one and done, but there is a world where I could see him going back for his sophomore season to really improve on some of those skills that he's lacking right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments below what you think of his game.